Yo, 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 what's going on with everybody up out there? Welcome to the Fans Point of View podcast with your host, the most unknown known podcast that is about that Truckin Chubbzy, aka Clarence Hampton III. I ain't your coaches and pros, your X's and O's. This is the Fans Point of View and what I know. So let's go. All right. So what we going I want to say happy belated Christmas to everybody up out there. I hope that y'all spent y'all day with some good food, a lot of laughter, a lot of joy with your loved ones, and that you enjoy all the sports that was on. Okay. So let's get into it. Now today, y'all, I'm going to predict CU schedule today. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of a depth chart analysis right now on paper, what the starting defense may look like, what the starting offense may look like right now. And I want y'all to interact with me on that in the comments also. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of the transfer portal and how coaches, every coach is doing it in the at CU. And I'm going to talk about DJ Lundy, the newest commit from CU, from Florida State University. All right. So stay with me, stay tuned. We're going to rock out, and I'm going to get into that. Now, first, I want to talk about how the transfer portal looks and how all of the teams that are now in the playoff all have players from the transfer portal, and they all plugged and got players and plugged and played them, okay, from the transfer portal. However, we know Coach Prime went very heavy in the portal because he built a team out of the portal, literally. Who you know that can do that and then go 4-8? That's crazy, right? Um, and to be honest, I never really thought about it from that point of view. Like he built a team from scratch out of the transfer portal and won 4 games out of that. And not only did he win 4 games, but like the losses that they took, a lot of them they could have won. A lot of these games they could have won. Like, you know what I mean? One score games. So now looking at this year, he has players that he went in. He said, what do we need? We had a lot of attitude and we had a lot of undiscipline. We didn't have as much discipline I would like. So he went and got discipline. And you will hear me say that a lot. The show is discipline, discipline, discipline. Is that's what he got out of each and every player that they have gotten out of the portal. Pay attention. I hope that that's what everybody has seen because that I have not heard that a lot about people. And trust me, I watch a lot of people because I support everybody that's out here doing this. It's not easy. I have a tremendous amount of respect for everybody who puts in the work for videos and everything. Round of applause for y'all. Really, I really appreciate everybody out there that do it. There's more than enough people to watch for everybody to get here. But he went and got discipline out of the portal, y'all. That is my take. That is what I've seen. Yes, I see character in these players, but I see they're always in the right spots. They're always doing the correct assignments, whether it's in their offensive scheme or defensive scheme. They're always in the right spots, and that is going to help CU so much. These players know what it feels like to not have win championships at the collegiate level. They all have the hunger and the fire in their belly, and therefore, I don't see why CU cannot be in the college football playoff with 12 teams. I don't see if you got 12 teams, CU has to be in the playoffs this year. They just do. And I'm gonna explain why. Okay, so on the next segment, y'all, we got DJ Lundy from Florida State University, y'all. Linebacker. Listen to what I'm saying. He's played some fullback when he got down in a goal line. He knows how to punch it in. Sitting at 6'1, 244 pounds. Straight mean machine run stopper. You can he fills the gaps so oh man. It's so poetic the way that he fills these gaps when he's going for these tackles. I have not seen film where he has not been out of there. And like I said, sometimes you got to go fill the gap. You got to take on the pulling guard, the pulling tackle, the offensive lineman that might be coming in to pull that hole, the fullback that might be there. He always fills the gaps. And believe me, he will do that here. That is so much needed, and you already have the discipline and the defensive players on the roster. So him being there and doing that is going to be just great. It's going to work out just fine for everybody and all parties involved for CU. Um, man. So when I seen from some of his play and some of his stats from last year, let me get into that. 54 tackles, solo tackles. I'm sorry, 54 total tackles, 17 solo tackles, 37 assisted tackles, which means that he's always around the ball with his players. That is how you play the game of football. I'm always there to have your back, dog. Always there. You know what I mean? I'm always going to get that initial contact, fighting off a block. I seen him fighting off blocking film, going and still hitting a player on a block, getting blocked, trying to get the player. This is where these assisted tackles coming from. The effort that he gives is tremendous. Oh, the fighting him, man, is I love it. Um, 4 passes defended, meaning that he could drop back in the coverage, meaning he could bat some passes down when he's rushing the quarterback. 2 sacks, you know, no, that's not a super pretty sight because guess what? He is dropping back in coverage, but when he blitzes, he makes it count, and he's always either he's helping somebody else get the sack or that's what that means. When he blitzes, he know he's not getting the sack every time, but he's taking that defender or two of them defenders and helping his defensive lineman get that one-on-one and get there and get in the sack. And that's what you want is discipline, somebody who understands the scheme. And this is what I'm talking about. And I really want y'all to pay attention to that. He has 1 interception, disciplined player here. And DJ Lundy is a vet. He has the experience. He's been playing since back 2020. So as a junior right now, he going to his senior season up at CU with the COVID year and everything missing. But listen to me, man. Listen. Full grown man right here and understands this is a team game, understands and takes the sacrifice and says, you know what, I will take the fullback out. And that's all you need when you got somebody like when you got Trevor behind you and you got Shiloh behind you. They just need to be able to rely on a linebacker. And I get it, y'all. I understand. And I know I said I don't think y'all need linebackers. And look, I said that if he would get one, if he went and got a linebacker, if that's what they need and they feel like they need that, they'll get it. Now we'll see if he gets another linebacker. But I think there's one there. Demoy Kennedy, I honestly do think that he had an off year. I think that will be better, especially when you're playing on the side of somebody such as DJ Lundy, somebody who understands, dog, I got your back. I got your back, dog. I'm going to fill this gap. I'm going to fill the gap when I see it there. And this is where plays like forced fumbles happen, when you got these defensive linemen there that are in the right spots and they're filling and they're doing their techniques and whatever they need to do in that Charles Skelly scheme, whether in the base, cover 1, cover 2, cover 0, whatever they're in, it's going to work. It's going to work with the players they have on paper. I'm excited. I'm excited. Great pickup for CU. Next segment. Let's get to talking about a little bit of this little fantasy draft on paper right now. Not in no particular order or anything like that, but okay, cornerbacks for me would be Travis Hunter, of course, Kermani McClain. For me, who do you think? It's coming out starting, okay? Um, right now we're sitting in like a okay, we be sitting in like a nickel. Let's say we sit in a nickel, okay? Okay. Travis Hunter, Cameron Solomon Carey, Kermani McClain. For me. For me. Just for me. Okay. So that means that you got what, 4 down linemen, I guess, 4 down linemen, okay, or 5, 4, let's say 4. 7 Okanola on the outside went in, okay. Bishop Thomas, Shadozi, Wanku, Keaton Wade on the other outside. Okay. DJ Lundy, linebacker. Got me? We rolling. Um, then Moy Kennedy, another linebacker. Okay. Trevor Woods goes back, free safety. Shiloh Sanders, strong safety. Okay. That's me. That's just me. You, what do you think? You still got you could swap. You can swap Anquan Barnes with Shadozi or Bishop. Okay. You can even play with Keaton Wade. Keaton Wade can play outside linebacker. 6'5", 240 ish. Not slow. He is an edge. An edge is an outside linebacker defensive end. It's into the 4-3, right? So either one of them, him or Samuel, can go back, play with the outside linebacker position a little bit. Just saying. All right. Um, and that's just me right now on paper. You still got a lot of people out there. You got Preston Hodge, that can be safety. You still got Slush, that can be safety. But I would like to see what y'all have to say, and what y'all think about what I said. All right. Could rewind if you need to. Like I said, that's just for me. I think that looks great on paper. Great. I don't think that you can stop. That defense is that defense is crazy. I think right there is a top defense right now in the Big 12. Like I said, moving on to offense, fantasy offense, really quick. Trying to do this fast as possible. No particular order at wide receiver. Okay. Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepard starting. Okay. Um, Offensive line starting from left tackle, going to right tackle. Um, Tyler Johnson, left tackle. Tyler Brown, left guard. Cash Cleveland, center. Right guard, Kilo Benson. Right tackle, Jordan Seaton. Shimon Mayter, tight end. Either side. Doesn't matter. Shador Sanders, of course, QB1. Coming out. This is where it got tough for me running back. It got really tough for me because both of them can catch out of the backfield. I still think that Dylan can move up, play some slot. I think that'd be super dangerous. I'm pretty sure they got something schemed up for either Olton to go up there or Dylan to go up there, or some reverses, some motion, play with some motion on while they're in the game. Let's see what they're in a little bit. But see, I love Dylan. Olton. I want to see Olton. I want to see what Olton can do. So I go with Olton there, and but I believe they'll split carries. I do honestly believe that they'll split carries. I don't think this is a 1-2 running back room between them two. I think between them two it's 1A, 1B. That's what I believe. Okay. And you still got a lot of offensive weapons out there. All right. Still got a lot of offensive weapons. I mean, still got baby Cordell Russell, still got Terrell Timmons Jr., still got Omarion Miller, still got Draylon Miller, and Cameron Michael. Got all these weapons. It's a good thing to have. Let's say, okay, Travis Hunter needs a breather. All right, come on, Draylon, Travis, Draylon, go in the game for me real quick. Let me get some water. You know what I'm saying? It's a good problem to have. It's the offense is not short of weapons. We know. To me, it's never been about weapons, but for him to go and get more weapons, it's just like, okay, all right. He went he lived that's living in a country, and you got a shed full of ARs and AKs and anything else. You know what I'm saying? Bazookas, big bombs, heat seeking missiles. You know what I'm saying? So but on the offensive line, I know you could play with around. You could play around. You know what I'm saying? You can move people in and out. Okay, let's just say Cash is not the week one starter then on offensive line. You got Tyler Johnson, left tackle, um, Justin Myers, left guard, Tyler Brown, center, Khalil Benson, Jordan Seaton. Period. Still killer. Still going off. Still going off. This is a good problem to have. It's something that we cannot do last year. And I'm not even naming everybody who's in the offensive line group. I'm just naming the people that I think could go and right now plug and play on paper and how it looks. I want to get y'all thoughts on this in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments because I really like to hear what y'all got to say on this for real, seriously. Because that was not easy for me at all. It wasn't easy, but I did it, and so I'm done with that one. Anyhow, let's get on to the schedule. Now, the schedule is oh man, the schedule is not hard to me. It's not. This schedule to me is honestly and I'm giving my time. I'm giving my honest opinion. I see four tough games on this schedule right now, as is. I forgot the Quan Finn, the fifth year senior from Toledo, did go to Baylor. Smart, fast, will play hard. All these teams are going to play CU like it's their Super Bowl. It is their Super Bowl. Playing CU is their Super Bowl. It's their title game. It's the bowl game every time they play CU. Okay, so let's just make that clear right now. Every time they play Coach Prime, these teams are going to play extremely hard, and CU is going to be ready for that, no doubt, because they know what time it is. All right, North Dakota State win. They got to win. I think that's a win. I don't think they do know that you just can't go up in North Dakota State playing around with North Dakota State. They always have a great football program, great coaching up there, good development up there. But you're gonna go up there, play them tough, and you'll come out with a dub. All right, Nebraska, crazy. To them getting the number one quarterback up there. That is a rival game with the Huskers. It's going to be jumping. They're playing at Nebraska. It's going to be a tough environment. Don't see why CU can't win that game though. I don't see it. Don't see why Shador and them ain't gonna go in there and light it up. Why this defense is not going to cause havoc for this young quarterback. For real, the defense, even the defense that I put out there, I don't see why they're not going to dominate. Arizona, we know that their quarterback is going to have another extra year. That the defense is a little bit questionable to me now, with some people being up out of there. But they normally they play CU always tough. They're used to seeing them in the Pac-12. They always have played them tough. So that'll be another tough game. But look, I don't see why they can't come out with a dub that game. I believe that's another early dub. Utah. People say Utah. They say, "Oh, what's Utah gonna do? They're gonna win? They're gonna be good." Utah always is good, right? But I believe this now. From what I've seen, CU finish up last year. I don't think that Utah. I don't think Utah gonna get CU this year, next year. I don't. I got CU winning the first 6 games. I think they're gonna beat Baylor. I think they're gonna beat Utah. Then they're gonna beat Baylor, both home games. I think they win those games 6-0. This is where I think it get nasty. All right. This is where I think it gets nasty at Oklahoma State and Kansas State. I think these are the two tough games. These are two of the tough games that I saw on the schedule. To me, I think that Oklahoma State gets us. All right. I know people don't like to hear this, but Kansas State, maybe I think this is a split. I'm hoping that it'll be a split because I can't see them losing back-to-back games, either or. But one of those games right there is a loss, either or, which takes them down to what, 6-1, 7-1, 7-1 going into Cincinnati. That's what I got it as. Going playing Cincinnati at home, 7-1. Okay, right? Yeah, because 6 when okay, yeah, 7-1 now. Cincinnati win. So win there, Cincinnati. Okay. Kansas, The way that Kansas been playing, I got that as a L, being at Kansas. Don't ask me why. I do. All right. Texas Tech. If it's in Texas, it's gonna be a warm game. I don't I see it as a loss, man. I do. So that's 7-3 at UCF. I believe we beat Central Florida, which is now it takes it to what, 8-3, 8-3, and that's done. Damn good season, 8-3 finishing up with the division, and I believe that they had the best record in the division, honestly, at 8-3 in the Big 12. I think that's one that's they gonna play in the Big 12 championship game versus Utah, and they beat Utah and get into the football playoff, and they go into the tournament. Then is one of the 12 seeds. That's me. That's what I gotta say on that. I would like to see other people break that down. I would like to see y'all break that down and what y'all think about that. I know I didn't give a clear intake on the win or loss, okay, versus Oklahoma State or Kansas State. All right. So I think they dropped one to Kansas State at home. Kansas State, I believe, gets some. That's the first loss of the season, comes late in this season. And I don't see them losing nobody earlier. Not this year. Although I would say that it's a respected schedule. It's not a push through schedule. But if I'm predicting that, that's what I'm predicting. The first loss comes from Kansas State. Both Kansas teams gets us. Texas Tech gets us. That's it. The losses come late in the season for me. So out of the last 5 games, 2-3 in the last 5 games, and that's where I think the losses comes in at. Hope and that's it. But I still think make it to the Big 12 championship, win that game, be one of the 12 with 3 games lost, okay? Because they're going to be the Big 12 champs, and I think that the Big 12 is going to shake out to be that way, okay? But CU plays in the Big 12 championship game. They take that, get into their tournament, and take it from there. And I believe that Shador winds up being the best quarterback in the playoffs, the college football playoffs next year. Unstoppable. They got the taste of defeat late, but they did lose. And now they're about to go on and whoop everybody's ass. Now, I will not put it past this squad on paper to run the table. But if I gotta live in a realistic world to where I am predicting what's going on, I have to give those 3 L's right now to CU. Maybe Utah, maybe, strong maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that they're better than Utah right now with what they have on paper at the moment, and there's not done. I think flip season's coming up. For some reason, I really, really think that Jaquan McCoy, I think he going to CU, man. Uh, from what I'm getting, from the vibes that I'm seeing him with, and and how things went at CU, I honestly think that Jaquan McCoy is coming. I don't know when they're going to announce that. You got to let the wave ride itself out or whatever, and when he comes to flip. But I think that's why Dan Lanning's a little bit mad at Coach Prime, because I think that he flipped Jaquan McCoy. I think Jaquan McCoy is coming to CU. And if he comes to CU, another day one starter, gonna have bumps and bruises, of course. But the 2 best tackles right now, like them 2 tackles, including with Tyler Johnson or not, man, listen to me, man. Put it this way: if we get another elite offensive lineman at CU don't lose no games. Period. because you can't. Because Shador now gets 3.5, 4 seconds to scan the field and make a pass, and when you giving him that, he's tearing the defense apart. Period. All right. Now, later on this week, y'all, I'm hoping to be jumping on with David Talks Buffs. I think that we do an awesome job together, so y'all be looking out for that. We'll probably promote that or something. I haven't talked to him just yet, so I don't have a date set on that. But we normally do a weekly thing with that. So y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to my man. Y'all go ahead and hit him up. Shout out to everybody out there. Coach Hayes, Big Dog Chico, Rawhide, TB. Everybody out there doing y'all thing, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the love I'm getting up out there. Until the next one, y'all, we gonna keep it. I'm gonna go keep it moving, but y'all make sure that y'all tune in, because this ain't your coaches and pros, your X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what we know. So let's go.